Hey guys, okay, I'm gonna wait to see if someone is going to connect. I'm gonna wait for just a few minutes. I see that someone is connected. Hi, could you please put your name on the live chat so I can know who you are? Hey, okay, how are you? I hope that okay. So, okay, I'm going to start then. Tell you. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the agenda. Well, the object and the agenda and the objectives of this webinar. So the objectives are to understand the blockchain identity, understand the private keys, public keys, and addresses, and their importance in blockchain. Sorry, I had a little bit of sound there, so I had to quit it. And I'm going to relate this to projects, okay? So everything that we're going to see here is going to be very useful. So also, if you have any questions, please post them in the live chat, and I will take a look at them, please. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit the agenda. We're going to start by talking about the blockchain identity, then verify message signature, the projects, and then some very useful tips. Okay, so let's start. 1 second. Okay, so the blockchain identity is something that lets you identify yourself in a blockchain, identify your transactions, and claim the transactions. Claim the transactions, claim also the cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrencies are linked to your address. And also the blockchain identity is also helpful because it keeps you anonymous on the blockchain. So actually no one can really directly connect you unless they have your address, but it gives you some kind of anonymity. So blockchain identity that is here represented in our blockchain building blocks in the wallet is really, really important, and is one of the building blocks of our blockchain. Okay, I'm going to pass. Something happened. Okay. So I'm going to start talking about private keys, public keys, and addresses. So you're normally on transactions in Bitcoin or in Ethereum, in any blockchain, you're going to see addresses. Okay, this is the thing that you use to identify yourself in transactions and to claim ownership of those transactions or the cryptocurrency that is related. Okay, there is no problem on wallet addresses being public. Actually, if you want someone to send you some Bitcoin or some Ether, you need to share your address, and it's totally safe to share your address. But on the other hand, it is not safe to share private keys. Never, you should never share your private keys. Okay, and I'm going to explain a little bit about this. Okay, so your identity is made up of these three elements: private keys, public keys, and wallet addresses. So as you can see here, the only one that's private and should not be shared is the one called private keys. And some that can be shared are the public keys and wallet addresses. There's no problem that these because here you can generate from private keys, you can generate public keys, and you can generate wallet addresses, but you cannot like deduce or make or look or do like a reverse engineering from the wallet address to a public key. That's not possible, or from a public key to see what is the private key related to that public key. So that is not possible. So I'm going to talk also a little bit why do we need private keys and why do we need public keys. Okay, private keys, we use them because they are the building block for our identity. Okay, why do we use them? Because the only way that we can sign a signature for a transaction that proves that we own a wallet address is to use a private key. So that is the usefulness of a private key, to sign transactions and prove that we own a wallet address. But the only ones that can sign a transaction are the ones that have the private keys. Someone that doesn't have the private key could never sign a transaction using a public key or a wallet address. Okay. So here is the process of how to create a wallet address that is the one that you use for that you include in the transaction to claim ownership. Okay, or if you want to share your address with someone so that they can send you some Bitcoin. And this is the process. You have your private key that is private. You use this elliptical curve multiplication function that is just one way, so you can't go from public key to private key. You just can't go on from private key to public key. And from the public key, for some extra security, we use this function, RIPEMD, and the SHA-256 to generate a public hash. And using that public hash, using this function base 58 check, we generate a wallet address. Okay, why do we do these steps? For extra security. Okay, that is mainly the reason that we use And in practice, what we use are Bitcoin wallet addresses. So what is the importance of a private key? With private key, we sign transactions. The only way that a transaction can be published on a blockchain is that you sign it, and to sign it, you need a private key. Okay, so that is the usefulness of a private key. So let's look a little bit more about what we have here on the identity. Some things that I think that are useful. Okay. So no, let's jump through the other one. So okay, and here is to talk a little bit more about what is a private key and a wallet address. To generate a wallet address, we need a private key. So that is one of the main functions of a private key. We need, okay. When do we sign a message? When we publish a transaction in the blockchain. So let's say when you send Bitcoin to someone, you are signing a transaction or signing a message. When you are executing a function in a smart contract, you are signing a message or not, you're signing a transaction. So you are doing signatures, okay? So what do you need? You need a private key. In this case, well, it's a message, but in the case of the same transaction that you sign with a signing algorithm, and it creates a signature, and you put this signature on the block, okay, on the blockchain in each transaction. So on the blockchain, and also you can do this to verify that you are the owner of that wallet address, and then you can use it. The blockchain verifies that your wallet address corresponds to your signature and to your message. Okay, so using the wallet, the signature, and the message, we use a verification algorithm to see if this signature is valid and if we own the wallet address. Okay. If we did not own the wallet address, we could not do the signature. The only way to do a signature is with a private key, remember? So that is the way that we verify that a transaction, we made a transaction and that we own the wallet address, okay? Okay, great. Let's go to the next part of our webinar. Okay, so let's do the exercises in the verify message signature part. So let's go to that one. Okay, so why to sign and verify messages? Well, you verify to prove that you own a wallet address, and yeah, that you own a wallet address practically, and so that the transaction is valid. Here's the process that we already talked about it. I'm going to see if we have any questions. Okay, no. Okay, so let's go through a process, okay? So we generate a private public keys using a wallet address. So the first step is to generate a private key. and a public key using a wallet. So as you can see here, we need this special program that is a wallet is something that stores the private keys. Okay, the private keys, the public keys, and the wallets. So here in this course, we're gonna use one that is called Electrum. I actually added the link to it in here. It's called Electrum. Uh, oh, sorry. I think that is the wrong one. I'm going to share with you the right, and I have to update that. So you can. I'm going to update it, but it's Electrum. You can search for it on Google. Here are our addresses, okay, and the program generated using the private keys, and this program stores store the wallet addresses for us, okay. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the program so that you can get familiar with it. So this is the program. We always have to put our thing, and it shows us all our addresses that we use them to sign transactions, and if we want to share them. If we want to sign or verify message, we use this, and we just put the message and sign it. And the program executes all of the functions that are done to sign it, and use our private key to do them. So we're practically doing this thing. The program has the private keys. We input the message. It has the signing algorithm, and it creates the signature. So here, what we're doing is that if we put the message, it outputs the signature. So apart from that one, we could also do it with code. There is a library that is called Bitcoin.js message library, and that is the one that we use to sign messages. We're going to use it on the project, so it is important that you remember this one. Also, apart from signing, it can help us to verify a message. So to verify a message, we need three things: the address, the signature, and the message. And that way we can prove that this address is ours. Is the only way to prove that an address is ours. So let's go to a quiz and do it. So if you want to work at the same time that I do, go ahead. Is a quiz verify message signature. So we go to our workspace and open the terminal. It's open. Well, the step 2, install Bitcoin message library. It is already installed, so there's no need to do it. We go directly to step 3. That is to open the verify signature file, this one. Then we need to import the library, Bitcoin message. This is the library that we're going to use to sign and to verify our signature. So I imported it here. And in step 6, we're going to use to verify the signature, okay? So what I did was, here we have the message, the address and signature. and we're going to verify signature is valid. So you need to create this console.log and use it in here. So remember, is that you need a message, an address, and a signature. And just one of these three is going to correspond to the real one that you use your private key to sign it. So if we run it, we're going to see that is signature 2, that is the one that is valid, and the signature that was generated using the private key, okay? That is awesome, and therefore our quiz, the answer is number 2. So let's go to the other part of the webinar. Now let's look about how these relate to the projects. So some of the 2 projects are going to be directly related to this. Oh, actually, yeah, 3 projects are going to be related. No, 2 projects, project 2 and project 4. So what we're going to do in project 4, basically, is very similar what we did in here. So we need to sign a message using our address, and we produce a signature. And we validate the signature. Where are we going to get the address? We get it from here. So that's why you need to download Electrum. Here you have all your addresses. You choose one. Verify, paste the message, and it will generate the signature here. Okay? So that's one part. And we are also going to use it in the project number 4. So for project number 4, we're going to develop a blockchain, and we're going to send requests to a server where the blockchain is located, and we need to verify that we own the wallet to be able to post. So I'm going to show you the program that we're going to use. The program is called Postman. It is also on the links on the webinars, on the commentaries. You can see it, the link to it. It is something used to send requests, to send or get requests or post requests in HTTP and in other protocols to a server. So you need to totally recommend it that you download it now. Okay. So does someone, okay, do you have a question so far? Okay, great. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the project. What you're going to do in the project number 4 is the following. You have to send a request with your wallet address, and it is going to be stored in the server as an address that you need to validate that you own it, okay? Then, to verify that you own it, you need to call the next endpoint that is called validate signature. And in there, you're going to submit your wallet address and a signature. How do you produce that signature? You produce it in here using Electrum, and you just sign the message that this one is going to return, because this endpoint is going to return a message that you need to sign using this, and you verify it in here, okay? And that's the signature that you submit. If the signature is valid and was created using the private key that was used to create this wallet address, you're going to really get a response, a positive response that is going to let you register a block. So, because only if the signature was valid, you can post a block with this information, with this star, to the blockchain, and that's basically it. So you're going to use a wallet address, and you need to sign a message that this one is going to produce. How do you sign it? Using the private keys, but you don't have to use it directly. But here, the program called Electrum is going to take care of everything for you, and it's going to sign it using your private key. Remember, the only one or the only way to generate a signature is using private keys. Okay, so that's the importance of a private key. So, like, the question is, why to use a private key? To create signatures. Signatures are used to verify your address and your identity, and that you really own an address. If you're so that's the way that you verify your identity in the blockchain. It's really interesting. Other from that, that's our overview of the identity and verifying to sign up a message and a signature, and the projects and the relationship with the projects. Finally, I want to end by recommending you a very interesting link. Link. Where is, okay, here? ConsenSys. I shared the link to this Twitter address. ConsenSys is a very important company in blockchain, and that is always posting really interesting things in Twitter. So I suggest that you try to follow it, and also you try to follow a lot of accounts, important accounts in Twitter related to blockchain. I'm going to later share a lot of other valuable accounts, but this one is one of them. And right now they're also on during a conference, so if it would be cool if you try to watch some of the conferences that they are showing. So yeah, guys, that is it. Thank you to the ones that joined. I only see Oki. So okay, thank you, Oki, for connecting. I don't know if you have any questions or any questions related to the project. Have you taken a look to the project? Project one? Well, project one, actually. Okay, so try to look at project one. Actually, that is really quick to do. I think it will take you within 1 hour or something. 1 hour, 2 hours, and well, no, even less, but like after watching this webinar, I'm sure that you can do it like in 10 minutes, because it's basically all that I explained, and it's using Electrum. So please download Electrum. Also download a Postman. And yeah, that is it. So okay, thank you very much. Have a great day, and see you. If you have any feedback or comments to improving, please submit them on the Slack channel, and I will take a look at them. I would appreciate them. Okay, thank you.